And it is Friday, which means it is time to continue our summer series. We love New England. We're in Warwick this morning as we just checked in with Casey. It is one of the biggest weekends of the year there. This year's Gaspee Days Parade. Casey Cantz back live with more, and I'm guessing you didn't have enough time to tie that tie around your head, Case.
No, not yet, Doreen. Good morning again, and a very, very special Gaspee Days year as well. As you can see behind me here, it is the 250th celebration, June 9th, 1772. So yesterday was actually the 250th anniversary of the burning of the Gaspee. And you really get a sense, as we just talked about, how big this parade is. They've been celebrating over the last month or so. But really the culmination is this weekend with the parade. Thousands will come out to watch and march, and so many different eras represented in the parade tomorrow as well. You'll have the Revolutionary era and those soldiers that fought. The Gaspee Affair, obviously a huge part of the American Revolution. You'll also have the Civil War era represented, the 1800s. And we talked to somebody earlier this week who really helped us out and helped us understand a little bit more of what it took for these soldiers to go into battle. Here's Rhode Island's Ben Frail to tell us more.
I represent an organization called the Sons of Union Veterans of the Civil War. I'm the department commander for the Department of Rhode Island. Our job, our mission is to make sure that the brave men who freed the slaves and preserved the Union during the American Civil War, that their memories are not forgotten. What we're gonna do here today is just put Casey through a little bit of his paces, if you will, give him the uniform of an American Civil War soldier. So to start is the fatigue blouse. You already see that he's got on his trousers and his brogans.
All wool.
All wool. These men, they got uniforms maybe 6 to 8 months, and they need to be durable. They need to last. On top of all that, they would need their stuff to fight. And here it is, just a basic utility belt, if you will. And it's got his percussion cap, his cartridge box, which is his ammunition, and a bayonet and scabbard, which is just a really long knife that goes on the end of the rifle. He has to carry everything he needs on him to live, including his backpack, which has his tent, and his ground cloth, which is the bottom half of his tent. They would be living in the elements. Some of these men weren't used to be living in the elements because they worked in mills. They had houses over their heads just like we do today. So they would get heat stroke. They would get malaria from the elements like that. As you can see, he's got almost his full uniform on. And the one thing that he's missing is, well, the main tool that an infantryman needs to fight, which is his rifle. Wow. This is a muzzle loading rifle, so you have to load it from the top. And it would take a well-trained soldier about a minute to fire 3 rounds, so once every 20 seconds. Now, mind you, they're doing this after having just marched 15 or 20 miles. Most times, they're sitting there and saying, oh, the Confederates are over there, we've got to march to them. Now they're physically exhausted, and oh, hey, now we're going into battle.
Wow, this is really incredible. Really appreciate you allowing us to do this today. You will be a part this weekend of the Gaspee Day celebration.
Yes, the unit that we portray, the 2nd Rhode Island, we will be marching in the Gaspee Day parade. We think it's important to bring Rhode Island history to the forefront of Rhode Islanders, and that's the great thing about the Gaspee parade, is that it's literally bringing it to the residents of Warwick's doorsteps.
Yeah, for sure. Ben Frail, my friend, cannot thank you enough.
Of course, not a problem, Casey.
And something Ben said right there is very true. I mean, history in Warwick, part of America's history, literally the early days of America. And this weekend is about patriotism. So you might be wondering, well, you had Ben talking about the Civil War era, and, this dealt with more of the American Revolution. Well, all eras are going to be represented in the parade tomorrow. So we wanted to show that off, and we're going to have another member coming through later this morning, a member of the Patuxent Rangers, more of the American Revolution era, stepping on here to talk with us in just a little bit. I'll be coming up in the next hour. So we have a lot more to look forward to this morning, Doreen.
Casey, how beautiful are those flower boxes behind Casey?